Okay guys, welcome back to Carburetor Tech. 123 Time Mathis here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Chevy 350 throttle body unit. Basically, this was made from 87 up to 95, and then it was replaced with the Vortec. This was the first year of it. This is actually from an 87. It's from a monster truck. But, well, this right here's the old one that was on it. But I'll go over why I took this one out and put a better one in it. Okay, basically these things are so simple. Basically anyone can take one of these apart. It's not hard at all. If you know anything about cars. Okay, so this right here is just the injector port. The reason I took it off is because it was leaking. There's a crack up in here. Right up in there. And just start leaking. It ran, but gas would just leak out of that so bad. Here's the body of it. The main body of the carburetor is really simple. It has like 3 vacuum lines on it. It has 2 sensors. Which one is that one right now? Throttle position sensor will go right there, and then the idle air control valve, which doesn't come off of it. I tried and I broke it. So don't try to take that off. If you try to, sorry, these freaking idiots walking down my street. They better not hit my car. God, these morons. Okay, let me get back to this. Okay, so it's not much to it. As I said, like 3 or 4 vacuum lines. Throttle position sensor, IAC. This was equipped with factory cruise control, which is like the bottom mount, I think, and the top one's the actual throttle. Stamped in TBI. I think they only did that through like 87 through 89. Could be wrong, not 100% sure. But okay, let me try to explain this. It's like a multi-port injection system. It's not too complicated when you think about it. This is basically powered by 2 injectors. This is like the simplest fuel injection system you can possibly have. Those right there are both the injectors. And the wiring harness will hook up to these. And it'll basically just shoot out of the bottom of this. A little filter down here. It filters the fuel that goes through it. And it just puts it down here, right through the butterfly valves. And I mean, they open up really good. The plant is good size in it. It's pretty much a dual plant. But if you're thinking of rebuilding these, you can actually buy better injectors. You can bore these out, which people smooth them out too. I might get this one actually like remanufactured. I don't know. Take it to a machine shop. But here's the diaphragm. Probably the only complicated part to this carburetor. It'll sit in there. There's a spring that goes in it, and it compresses. This is, if you're ever rebuilding one of these, I'll tell you, this is the hardest part. Definitely hard. Try and get the gaskets to line up with the screws. But that actually goes in between on this side, so it fits in there. It's actually called like the proportion valve, or something like that, or disproportion valve, something like that. Actually, I think it goes on the bottom. Who even knows what these little things? Something like that. Yeah, the little bits at the bottom. It's really not a hard carburetor to understand. Well, it's not even a carburetor. It looks like one, but it's a throttle body unit. Basically is. It's just basically electrically controlled carburetor. That's all it is. But here's the inlet and outlet port. The bigger one is inlet, I believe. And they're really not too hard to install. Some of them are. When they're on the engine, they are. But they just go right up in here to this section of it. And then they're usually fitted with a little plastic clip on the end. Which this one, you can kind of see the mortal remains of it, but not much. You can see all the varnish in there. It's been sitting for so long. There's so much varnish in there. Trying to get some good views. Yeah, there's the money shot. Okay. So you can say simple gaskets. The hardest part of installing this, as I said, is probably the diaphragm. Either the diaphragm or the putting this on, because this is actually held in with bolts. 3 bolts. There's no studs in the manifold like most engines, so it's hard getting all the bolts to line up and with the gasket. But this thing, it's not a bad carburetor, well, whatever you want to call it, throttle body injection. Not a bad unit. It's a good starter kit if you want to get into them. But let me try to assemble it. Just go over a little assembly. These things right here are the injectors. They're easy to tell because they have 2 prongs. Just stick them in there. Doesn't even really matter which way you put them in. There's no wrong way. There usually is a little, there's 2 gasket things that go in here. One's a metal one and one's a rubber. Just set them in there like that. Never try to take this center screw out because that's usually in there for good. You're not supposed to adjust it. These will go up in here. Not hard to do. This will go on here. Just like that. Pretty simple. And then it's usually held in with like a few 3 Allen keys, I think. Which if you have this on the engine and you want to take these little things out, if you actually want to take one of these out, you actually have to unbolt these 3 ones so you can move it up because there's not enough slack in the fuel lines. Because the plenum on it's so big. But there's that. Not much to this carburetor. Again, this is Carburetor Tech 123 time at this. Next carburetor in the future, I'm gonna possibly do a review of a Holley 750 double pumper. Not 100% sure yet. I'll go over some parts of my duster, I guess. See, I don't have any carburetor on. I just have a towel where it's no water is in it. Slant 6. Good. Okay, there it is.